Hello, and welcome back to We'll Run For. This is your host, Tom, and with me as always are Aaron.
Hello.
Michael.
Hello.
And Diana.
Hey, hey.
How's it going, gang? How we doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good. Doing well.
Yeah.
Don't have, I don't know. Don't have a whole lot going on. We're on a running light week.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a pullback week, so we have pulled back our miles.
Is it because you guys got burnt out?
No, we're doing more climbing this week.
Yes and no. I mean,
So it's part of the schedule.
No, we readjusted the schedule.
Oh, that's what we have to talk about. After our meltdown.
Oh gosh, I guess we should. We'll eventually get into our meltdown.
Yeah. We had a meltdown. We had to change our training. We can talk about our training after, I guess.
I did see, though, that you guys ran some wicked hills this week, right?
That was, what we changed to.
I mean, I guess we could just talk about it up front. Who cares?
Sure.
I guess it was 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe 3 at this point. I don't even know. It's been a while.
It was cold.
It was the weekend that I think I put a story on about how miserable we were, but I feel like that's every story. So it's not.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're gonna have to,
story.
You're gonna have to be specific.
All of it.
Narrow it down.
No, it was, we were going out for like a 15 miler. It was going to have, about 1,500 feet of elevation. It was the day that it randomly was like 20 degrees in the morning again. Like we'd had some really nice weather. And then all of a sudden we had that weekend that was really cold. I think it was like 2 or 3 weekends ago. And it was like, I guess it was 2 weekends ago because it was the weekend before our virtually live race. And we were already in bad moods when we went out because it was cold, and things went downhill really fast because we were adding a lot of miles and a lot of elevation all at the same time. And so there was a lot of cursing. Michael twisted his ankle again.
Come on, man.
I mean,
meet me halfway, Michael.
it was just really bad.
It was
and
so
at the
bad.
end, we weren't even really talking to each other because he started being really angry, and then I felt like he was angry at me for absolutely no reason. And
We were having a meltdown.
it was not a good end. It was like probably the worst run we've ever had together.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
in all the time that
it
we've
was
been
pretty
running
bad.
together. By the end, we weren't talking to each other.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay,
and-
so you readjusted your training.
So we decided that.
Well, then the next day we went out and ran again.
Why?
Did we?
Yeah.
You
And then
were
we
like, it's going to magically get better?
Well, we were running around the neighborhood. And then we started arguing about the day before. Or maybe it was 2 days later. And then I was like,
can't.
then we finally stopped and started walking and actually talking about it.
Here's the thing. Do you guys ever run separate anymore? Like, maybe you just need...
sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
no, we do. We on the
you
weekdays.
need a break.
Yeah, on the weekdays, sometimes our schedules don't really like. It's easier for him to run while he's at work, and I run like when I get home or something like that. So we do run apart sometimes.
It wasn't really the running together. It was the amount of time we were spending and just burning out.
I think we were both burning out, and so then we were just taking it out on each other.
Yeah.
One wasn't there. Like, usually if one person's struggling, the other person is like, okay, and pulling the person through.
No,
Yeah, and
that
neither of
wasn't
us
happening.
just
and
having
that
fun.
wasn't you guys?
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
the exact opposite of that, where
Yeah.
everybody was terrible
And so we were just
dragging each other
dragging the other
down
one down further than the other one already was.
Has that ever happened to us on a run, Tom? I know, like, I've been angry on a run and you've been angry on a run, but I'm not sure if that's ever happened together.
Where we both just melt down? I don't think so. It's typically I turn into a baby and I start whining, and then you're like, I'm going to put up with this for a little bit.
And then I just leave you.
And then you just leave me because you're like, I'm not dealing with this.
And it's usually like at a race. Like,
It is.
we don't do a lot of our training runs together.
Mm-mm.
Even our long training runs, we don't really do together. I mean, periodically. But usually if we say we're going to do a training run together, we're both in like a fantastic mood in the morning.
That's
We're like,
good.
you want to run together? And then like, if not, we're just like, ugh. And we put our headphones in and we just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like we just, like you said, like I think it's always been like one of us is kind of in a crappy mood and the other one's not. So we'll be able to like the other one helps the other one bring each other
Yeah,
out.
I mean, that
and like once you
happens,
start
yeah,
talking
yeah.
and like you
Yeah,
know
get you out
going,
of
it's fine. But this was the complete opposite, and so the ironic part is right before that run, we had been talking on the pod about how like we were going to do that 5,000 feet of elevation in like one run was going to be our peak. And, you know, we were going to peak at 70, and that I was going to do it on opposite weeks. And Sean, your friend Sean, Ferry, I think is that his last name? Yeah. He posted to our episode, like right after, it's like, that's the dumbest thing ever. And I
love Sean.
He was like, why would you do that on opposite? Like your rest week is supposed to be like your pullback week is supposed to be like a rest week. And I was like, And then the more this was happening, as I realized how much elevation we'd added on top of how many miles we were adding, we've always done increases in mileage, but I calculated, or I went back into our Strava, and from March 1st to that run before we started, we had done almost 12,000 feet of elevation. And prior to that, we had done like a week of 400, a week of like 1,000, a week of like 250. Like we had no elevation, and out of nowhere, we just had 12,000 feet.
My God.
Yeah.
I do have a question though. As a result of that, like elevation, how are the booties? Are like the booties like looking real
juicy?
good?
Yes.
Yeah, juicy
From all that, just juicy butts from all that elevation.
juicy
It's true.
butts.
You guys may have seen when I stood up earlier on the Zoom call.
Oh, yeah, that is true. It was juicier than normal.
It was.
Yeah. So after those meltdowns, we took
Look,
a
there's
step
my
back.
thigh.
Oh God, help us!
Oh, God.
Stop it! Just stop it!
Why is
like
it so white?
It's like a.
Oh, but that's above my shorts line. That's why.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So we reevaluated. How does one go on after that? We reevaluated. We decided that we're actually not going to climb in miles at all anymore. We're going to stay at the peak of 50.
50, 55, whatever. Yeah.
And just go back and forth between pullback week and hitting 50 again, with a pullback week hitting 50 again. Because realistically, what we're doing and what we're training for is not a 100-miler. It's to do the Grand Canyon and the elevation. So we really shouldn't be killing ourselves trying to increase our mileage and our elevation at the same time. So we've been doing that. So this week we did the hill repeats. Yeah, we did the hill repeats, which was really hard.
Yeah.
But we're not as worried about mileage this week. So we're pulling back on mileage quite a bit. And we'll just concentrate on keeping our elevation somewhere between 3,000 to 5,000 a week.
Yeah. Yeah. So that we learned a lesson.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. What about you guys? What have you guys been up to?
Nothing. It's really weird. So I'd been strength training, and I got all jazzed because I was going to do a 200-pound deadlift, and I can absolutely do the weight, but when I went to attempt it, I tweaked my back, and I haven't hurt my back in like 3 years.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
And it definitely wasn't because of how heavy. I mean, that's heavy, but it wasn't because of how heavy it was. It was because of the form that I used.
Okay.
So I really took it easy the last 2 weeks. Outside of our virtually live race, I haven't really ran that much. I mean, we did a couple training runs with our training group. And so, you know, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of lethargic. I did have a really good swim this morning, though. I swam 1,500 meters, which is the farthest I've swam since I started swimming again, and that's the distance I have to do in June during my swim. So that felt good.
Yeah.
And I think next week like I haven't had any back pain recently, so I think next week I'm gonna start getting back into strength training because I really miss the squats and I miss some of the other exercises. But I might scale back the deadlifts,
Okay.
and look for some other exercises to kind of supplement that.
Have you been swimming the last 2 weeks, or did you just take that time off also?
No, I've been swimming.
Okay.
And I've had some runs, but nothing consistent.
Okay.
And I think part of that is we don't have any races coming up until I think the earliest race that we have is in June.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a 10 miler, and we have some time off coming up in mid-May.
That's is that the one that was announced is going off? Is that the one you're talking about?
It hasn't been announced whether or not it's 100% going off.
That's the Baltimore 10 miler?
The one in June is the Baltimore 10 miler. We haven't heard if it's definitely happening, but the one in July, Frederick Half, is happening in person. So like May-ish, I'm going to definitely have to start running more and getting back up to distances for those races.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I've been going to Orange Theory most days because I'm doing my marathon for the month, and I'm at 13 miles, and it's only the 15th, so that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Oh, you're like halfway. Halfway.
Yeah, I'm about halfway. It's been sucking. I've been like increasing how many times I go per week every week, and this week I've gone like every day, and I keep going to the 6:15 class.
Oh gosh.
So I have to get up at like 5:15 or 5. I think my alarm goes off at 5:20, and then I kind of try and get out of bed at like 5:35 is kind of where it's at.
And how far of a drive is it?
It's about 10 minutes, but you have to get there 5 minutes early. So I don't know. I try and leave 20 minutes early.
I think it's incredible that you go every morning because you're not what I would call a morning person.
Oh no, it is freaking miserable. I hate it. I'm like so grumpy when I show up.
Yeah, but you use that grumpiness to fuel your workouts and you've been killing it. So I think it's amazing.
Yeah, so I've been doing that, and then I have been doing stuff on certain days afterwards. So like Wednesday nights, we've still been running, although it was raining last night, so we didn't. But after, I've gone and I've done like the elliptical a few times, or like today I went and ran after I did Orange Theory. And then I've been doing at least 6 miles every weekend.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I think this weekend, I don't know, I have a work thing all weekend, but it's a girls' run, so I have to figure that out, see if we're going to switch the girls' run or what we're going to do. But I still want to get up and run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Saturday before that. And then I'm going to go to Orange Theory, I think, on Sunday. So I don't know. It's just motivating for me to go to a class again. It feels like it did like 5 years ago when I first started working out.
That's
like,
good.
Like just getting out of the house.
Yeah.
And like going and doing something and knowing like I can't skip it because I get charged if I skip it.
You're still getting, exactly.
Yeah.
You're getting paid.
So like,
I mean, that's
can't
accountability.
talk myself out of it.
Yeah, that's accountability that you can't.
Yeah. And
like I have to, like before I go to bed, I'm like, do I really want to do this? Before I like drop out of it.
But I feel like that's really going to pay off for where you want to run the full 5K. Like straight through.
Oh yeah, I actually saw your story this morning. You ran 2 miles.
Yeah, I ran 2 miles and I didn't adjust the treadmill at all. So I put it at like a 5, which is like a 12-minute mile on the treadmill. And then Taylor Swift got me through.
Nice.
Tay always does.
So that was good. I probably could have gone longer, but I had a meeting, so I needed to like get home and start getting ready for work because I don't know. It just, the day was sneaking up on me. I don't know. You feel like you have all this time in the morning and then you don't.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I had a boss who used to say he got up at 5 a.m. and then he'd never get into the office until 9 because he worked out and did all this stuff. And I was like, how does that happen? And now that I'm like really working out in the morning, which I've never done before, I'm like, oh, I can see how that happens.
Yeah, it's how easily.
Like,
because I used to do almost everything in the morning because I had my girls when I lived down where I used to live, that I'd get up and meet at like 5:30 for a run. And so like not only was it like the run took more time than we expected, but then you were like with people. So then after you're done running, you end up like chatting for like 5 minutes without realizing it. And the next thing you know, you're like rushing home to like, so I could totally see how like the morning gets away from you. Michael.
Yeah, and I used to do that like 1 or 2 days a week and like run, but it was just myself and I was on my own schedule.
Yeah. Michael's back to a normal work schedule, so he wakes up at like 5 o'clock every morning, no matter what, for work.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I could get up a little later, but I like to have time to eat and relax and drink a cup of coffee.
Yeah, he doesn't go running. That's
no. I do run around Stardew Valley and do my farming. And,
he doesn't like to. He's not a morning runner. It's very difficult to be like, hey, let's get up and just like go first thing.
No, I like to con my body. Like, I like to do something before my body realizes what's happening and it gets my bag.
Yeah, I was never a morning person, and I've kind of reverted back to not being a morning person. Like, as far as when I wake up, I like to wake up slowly and I sit in bed for a while.
I've never woken up slowly my entire life because I sleep so late. Like, my mornings have always been...
Yeah, we don't really sleep late, but we enjoy the morning.
No, yeah, I just, but like, I did really like getting up early. I don't know, like, I guess I also had like a motivating factor of accountability of meeting people. Mm-hmm. So I think that was super helpful. And I moved here right around the time, like right before COVID happened. So I never got to join any run groups really.
And I don't have any accountability.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he's not my morning accountability for sure.
No, 100%. Well, and I was kind of the same way. Like, I don't know, like a couple months ago, and I might have even said it on the podcast. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Like, I've been sleeping so late. Like, I roll out of bed and like log on. Like, I'm like, what am I doing?
Well, that's the life of 2020, 2021. I mean, like, what you can't really. I feel like there's a lot of people asking that same question, Diana.
Like, I can see how like I got so lazy and lethargic. Like, I did it to myself. I'm like, what is happening? But like I said, now that I'm doing, like, I'm part of this cult that I've joined, I'm feeling very like motivated. And if I miss a day, like, I'm really sad. I miss a day. I was like, oh, I wish I would have gone this morning.
Yeah.
I haven't gone to an afternoon class. I'm not sure how my body would react to an afternoon class.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think I ever did Orange Theory in the morning.
I feel like Tom wanted to say something.
No, I'm good.
Okay. You had a look. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's really what I've been doing.
I mean, we hiked in the rain the other day.
Oh my God. So we went on a
hike. That looked crazy dangerous.
It was crazy dangerous.
So dangerous.
So it was
Tom, you
it was so dangerous.
We thought it was really dangerous.
Yeah.
Rocks are just really slippery.
Oh my God. It was so slippery.
It was so bad.
Yeah. So
Tom, you would be out there on the trail still because you would have just refused to keep going. I mean, you want to talk about twisting ankles?
It would have been hands and knees the entire time.
It was.
Stop.
It was. You don't
like it's too slippery.
You can't because by the time we got up and to where this. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Michael's son feels like if he's going to go on a hike, he wants it to be on
like
rock
scrambles and climbing.
He doesn't want it to be like a boring trail.
I get that.
He wants it to be fun and exciting.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to stop raining around 1:00. Around noon. So we had planned to get here around 1-ish, between noon and 1. We get there. It's drizzling a little, like before we go up to the top of the hill. It's kind of stopped. We go up and we realize we're in the middle of a cloud. Like, literally, we're in the cloud. So it is now raining in the cloud, and we're up high enough that we just don't exit the rain. So I personally was waiting for his son to be like, we're not doing this. I don't want to hike in the rain. And then he wasn't. He was like, let's go. I was like, oh God.
Oh God.
Yeah. He's 13 because he's 13 and 13-year-olds have no fear.
So
so the beginning of the hike was fine. We go downhill.
Yeah, we went downhill.
Sketchy. went through some streams.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'm looking at the trees. I'm like, man, there's a lot of bear scratchings on these trees.
There
like,
really
for
were.
real. Like,
for
legit.
real. Like, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Like, legit bear scratchings.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, man, there's a lot of bear activity in this area. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, for real? I'm like, no, like, yeah.
So the bears are what motivated him.
And then, so then the tree falls.
Oh, yeah. There was a tree in the middle of the
I'm pretty
woods.
sure a bear
We think
knocked
that
it over.
maybe a bear knocked it over.
While scratching it.
So it's raining. Okay, so now it's like been raining. We're soaking wet.
Yeah.
We're going up this mountain. We had gone down. We're on our way up. There hasn't been a rock scramble yet. And I'm like, man, I guess whoever said that there was a rock scramble is wrong. And Connor's like, God, I can't believe there's been no scrambles.
Yeah.
So we're like, I'm sorry. We're going to have to go
And we
on.
get to one little short one.
Yeah. And so I'm like, man, if this is the rock scramble, I'm going to have to go on and review this.
Yeah.
And be like, there's no, whoever thought there was scrambles.
These two.
The scramble isn't very scrambly.
Oh my God.
And then out of nowhere, we get to the rock scrambles.
For like a mile and a half.
Like a mile and a half of like hands and knees and like crouching down and like trying
slippery as anything.
Every rock is like has like vegetation
Mold
on
or
them.
vegetation,
So all
yeah.
the vegetation is like slippery.
Nope.
So after he was scared of the bear.
And he had to keep moving because he's like, there's bears out here. So bears motivated him to keep going. But I'm telling you, the funniest thing he said all day though was,
I'm going to live here.
Yeah, well, no. Oh, that was pretty funny too, because that was what would have been what Tom would have done. I'm just going to live here. But at one point he's like, I can't wait to get to the car so we can go home and never, ever, 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 ever come back here.
Yeah. That's the right response.
It was, and
Smart kid.
he was also nursing a tailbone injury because he had slipped down the steps like the week earlier. So now he had to like slide down rocks and climb up rocks and squat down and hop down. And
No,
there
and
were
that's
like
miserable.
straight up climbs where you had to
like you
climb
were like rock climbing.
Yeah, on wet, slippery rocks.
Oh my gosh.
And then every time we thought it was over,
Yeah, he
there was
literally
more.
we got to this one point and we were finally back on like mostly dirt with some rocks, but it was like no longer scrambles. And he was like, well, I'm like 90% sure we're done with scrambles. And then the worst of the scrambles came after that.
Yeah. Because I stayed ahead and I'm like, and you could barely see because it was so foggy and rainy and everything. I come up around the crest and I'm like, oh God. And they're like, wait, why are you saying, oh God?
Yeah,
every time you say, oh God, that's really
it's
bad.
really bad news. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah. Anyway, Tom, you would have hated it. It would have awful.
It was
and it's
so
sad
fun.
because he would have loved it on a
Yeah.
dry day. It would have been like
He
the
would have-
perfect
yeah,
type of scramble that he would have loved. But yeah, it was miserable that day.
It was hard.
I
It
don't
was a
recommend
hard
it.
hike
I don't recommend doing any rock scrambles while it's
in
raining.
the rain. Yeah. It was
don't do it.
incredibly hard. And super dangerous.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was, dangerous. But we all lived.
right. Before we move on, last night we were supposed to go running with our running group, and it was lightly raining. This is all on me. This is 100% on me. It was lightly raining, so I was like, "Why don't we just skip it tonight?" And so instead of going running with the training group that we paid for, we watched 13 Going on 30
Oh my God.
and ate a pizza. It's called balance.
Honestly, that sounds like the wiser choice over what we did.
Over the, and literally,
we did promise him that we would cancel hiking if there's any rain in the
Yeah,
forecast
yeah.
from here on out.
well, and the best was when we were in the bear area. There was literally, there was nobody else out on the
Yeah.
trails but us.
Yeah.
There was no one else
Because
out
who
there.
else goes
Bears like
hiking
it.
Because there were
in
bears.
the
I just
Beats. bears.
I mean, like the
Battlestar
trees.
Galactica.
There
Battlestar
was
Galactica.
definitely like fresh
like
bear
real
claw,
fresh.
like really
Yeah,
fresh
yeah,
bear
like real
claws
fresh.
on the trees.
God, I could go for a fresh bear claw right now. All right,
Oh, gosh.
so
We
let's
should move
on.
on.
Let's move on.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
training is going.
Yeah, it's
and-
going.
It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're back
So
on
what-
track.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
before we get into what are we running for this week, do we have any announcements?
Well, I wanted to announce that our 1-year podiversary is coming up in May.
POD. Anniversary?
Podiversary.
Podiversary.
Okay.
Our
Okay.
podiversary.
Edible-versary.
Our podcastiversary.
Okay.
Our anniversary
exciting.
of podcasting.
Coming up on a
May.
year.
We are. I went back through and looked. Our first episode released May 26th. So we are about a month away from our podiversary when this episode comes out.
God, what an uneventful year.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing that we somehow had a running podcast through the last year.
Yeah, it's true.
What have we been talking about for a year?
But I think we should do something special for it. So something's going to get planned, guys. We're going to maybe do a Zoom party or an Instagram party. We're going to do something. So keep an eye out for our social media. Keep an eye out for on our next episode. We will announce something.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. Just wanted to put it out there. The week of the 26th, I think, is what we'll shoot for.
Sounds good.
And didn't we have some notes around Instagram handles, maybe?
Oh. We had a week.
So we got a message from our friends. I'll let you say her handle, Tom.
Well, it's not her handle anymore.
Well, it is. She changed it back.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yeah, she changed it back.
Is it Balmore? Balmore, hun? Baltimorean?
Baltimore.
Baltimore, hun.
Yes.
Hun?
Not Baltimore on.
Han. So
Hey,
like
Han.
Han.
So the problem also is there's a race challenge in Baltimore called the Baltimorean.
Yep.
Oh, is there?
there is.
Yes.
I did it.
Oh.
Yeah, I did it last year. I did the Baltimore on last year.
It's when you do the 5K before you do the half marathon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tom and I did it together last year.
That's probably
the Baltimorean.
That's
Yeah.
why that's honestly
that
why
would
I
make sense.
assumed
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then apparently, what's the Han festival?
Hun festival. So a hun.
Not a Han, it's a hun.
Hun.
Han.
Like
Hun.
short for honey.
Not like Han Solo.
How you doing, hun?
How you doing, hun? It's a Baltimore like.
You drink some
lady.
natty booze. You go down to the
She drinks natty
ocean.
booze. She has a big beehive hairdo.
It's like a
Oh gosh.
local.
Like any John
well,
Waters
that's-
movie.
I feel like
Yeah.
isn't that what's on the medal for
Yes.
the
Yes.
Baltimore? Okay.
it's a hun.
It's a Baltimore
Hun.
hun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like these like housewives from the 1950s that have beehives and
Okay.
the really strong Baltimore accent and the marble staircases in front of their row homes that they keep like super clean, and yeah, they gossip. They do like a Baltimore's Best Hun contest. It's really fun.
Okay, so we saw this Instagram handle. It's BALTI, like Balta, Amor, AMOURHON.
Yeah.
So we've been saying Baltimorean. So we got a message from our friend who on our last episode we had mentioned, or on one of the episodes we had mentioned because of her, she was a goal getter and she was talking about how she was going to do Rockin' the Knob.
Yeah.
And we had mentioned her name. And apparently she realized that we pronounced it Baltimorean. And so she started surveying some of her friends after some thought. And she realized that everyone thinks her handle is Baltimorean.
It is not.
It's like Frumpa.
It is like Frumpa. That's exactly it. Right?
It is Baltimore.
Han. Yes.
So I think I said
It's
maybe
cute.
put like underscores or something.
Yeah, I don't
right?
think she did. I think she just changed it straight back because
Just
her
changed
friend,
it back, yeah.
her friend said just change it back, so she changed it.
I thought
back.
it was good anyway because I think with the race and
Yeah.
stuff like that, I think it works.
Yeah,
I think it's fun.
It's
I think it
fine.
works.
But I just thought it was so funny because she was like, "I can't believe that." So
Oh,
we
God.
just thought it was
Well,
funny.
and my attention to detail is just non-existent. So honestly, I read and then assume what the rest says, even if it's not correct.
So then that was funny enough, but then the ironic
God.
part was
Oh,
like
God.
within the same like 2 days, we get a message from our friend Little Emo, who
Lil E.
Lil Emo.
Not E. Not emo. E.
Mo.
Mo.
So we went off on a tangent about how, we were like, oh, I even remember Diana being like, oh, Little Emo. Like, and then we went off on a tangent about Dashboard Confessional because we thought it was about. we thought she was
the
emo.
worst people. Like, we're the worst kind of people.
She totally was in the Black Parade.
So then she sends a message that's like, laughing, luckily, like, my name is Erin Moore, so Mo, and I'm little because I'm short, so I'm little emo.
And I'm not super into emo.
I wish she was really into emo.
So
Oh my God.
we just
I
wanted
can't.
to like talk about our mishandling of IG handles.
Yes.
If someone tells us that we have been doing it wrong, or if we have been pronouncing your name wrong, you should send us a message right now and tell us what we've been doing wrong.
We should do a segment where I just have to say people's handles out
Oh my
loud.
God.
But like nobody say them first. It's just what I think they are.
So then on top of that,
Oh man.
Michael gets a friend request from a guy named Dap Daniel Powell.
Yeah.
They start following Will Run For as well. I say to Michael, hey, Michael, do you know who this is? He's like, no, it's probably a bot. So we blocked him.
Oh.
We get on to
Cut to the Zoom call during the virtually live race.
and there's a guy named Daniel Powell on the call.
I'm like, oh my God, I think I blocked you on Instagram. I'm so
You're
sorry.
a real person.
That's what he said. He's like, you're a real person?
I was like, I'm so sorry. I blocked you on Instagram. I didn't mean to do that.
It's a wonder he had the Zoom handle, since I think that like I made him unfollow us or something like that originally. Because I was like, oh, I don't want a bot following me, following us. We're sorry, Daniel. We're sorry, Balta Amor Han and Little Emo.
Lil
Emo.
Emo.
A little corrections corner there. I like it.
Yeah.
We apologize.
Corrections corner.
We probably have a lot more correcting to
Oh my
do.
God,
People
yeah.
just
Yeah,
haven't been
don't.
correcting
I mean,
us.
if
Don't be
people are
afraid.
listening to us to get actual information, what are you doing?
True story.
So I just thought those were some fun little
Yes.
Anecdotes
Things we
to-
learned this week.
to put into
Yeah.
our pod this week.
All right. So after all of that, what are we actually running for this week?
Oh gosh.
I know what I'm running for, and it's Chunky Monkey ice cream, which
That
I
is-
haven't bought in forever.
It is a great flavor.
It's the best. It's my favorite, and they had Ben and Jerry's on sale, so we got some, and I spread mine across 3 sittings.
Oh wow.
Tom went all in. You
I-
finished this in one in
I-
a sitting.
I ate the pint last night after the pizza.
Dang.
Yeah. This swimmer's body isn't going to maintain itself.
Oh gosh. Well, Ben and Jerry's just released a ton new flavors in the dairy free.
Oh, nice.
I did see
fish,
that.
Yeah, fish food they finally released. I'm very excited about that one. That was one of my favorites. That was like the first Ben and Jerry's I ever ate was actually fish food. So I was excited to see they have like 20 flavors now in non-dairy.
Wow.
They have such cool flavors, and I'm always just scared to like try something new because I'm scared like I won't like it as much as like my standard.
Yeah, no, we like the
it's very hard
Netflix
for
and
me to-
chill.
yeah. Oh, that one's new, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
newer. They have made that in the non-dairy. We're very excited about that. Yeah.
So that's what I'm running for is Chunky Monkey ice cream. and I have to run, so I'm not a chunky monkey.
Oh, well, that's
and
adorable.
I can still eat it.
I'm running because, like I said earlier, I have a bit of a lack of motivation. I have been walking a lot, like every day. Thank God for this dog that goes on at least 4 to 5 miles of dog walks every single day.
Oh, wow.
And then just if I know I'm going to kind of punk out on the actual run, I make sure I get my steps every single day. And I know that's kind of basic, but at least that's something. I am feeling a bit of a goal getter coming up, though, where I'm going to start a run streak and just really try to kickstart myself back into a more, a better pattern of running.
Yeah, when you get closer to some racing.
Yeah.
I am running to get high in the air. It's all about elevation. That's it.
Not to get high on anything else.
I'm high on life. I'm high on life as our
high
stories.
On elevation.
Yeah, high on life as our running stories. Let everybody know the joy when we run.
I'm running because I'm still on a high from this weekend, which I think is where we're headed into the next conversation anyway. So it'll be a nice little transition here. I am still on a high from this past weekend and running for community. I loved watching everyone get out there, seeing everyone do their miles. A really big reason that I stayed in running for as long as I have is because of the running community and the friendships and all of that I get sentimental and corny about. And I think I did last time too, about running for friends and running with friends and getting to be on Zoom with everyone this weekend. I don't know, it just made me feel really, really good. And I am so excited, about this podcast and that we were able to do that and bring this community together. And I really loved it. And it's what I'm still running for. And it's what I'll continue running for probably forever.
Well said. And I completely agree. Yeah, that was an awesome event. I think that's one of the best things that we've done so far. And it really wasn't us. It was all the participation from everybody that joined the race.
For sure.
Like when I just, because I had looked at the registrants, like every single day.
I know you were.
And I was like, okay, so we're at 40. Can we hit 45? We're at 45. Can we hit 50? I kept watching it like tick up. And then I just geeked out on we had 23 states represented by the end of it, 67 runners, 2 countries. Like, that's crazy for a pandemic podcast that we started so that we'd have some motivation to keep running.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
I mean, when we came up with the idea, or I should say you came up with the idea and proposed it, we were sort of like, well, yeah, I mean, that'd definitely be fun if we could get, even if we could get like 20 to 30 people to do this with us, it'd be a really fun event. And I think even within that first week when our numbers even went higher than that, like almost immediately, I think all of us, like it really opened our eyes to like what a community we have built here. And even the community that you guys build yourselves, because like, our friend Kathy Breslin, who got her friend Kathy and her friend Jen and Jen to do it with her, like, and I know Jen, the one Jen definitely listens and has started, following us and interacting with us. And so it's not just the community we're building ourselves, but the community that our listeners build and bring to us has been really special. And just being a part of it was really awesome. And watching it. I mean, to be honest, when we first started, I was like, what do you guys think? We need like 50-ish buffs.
Yeah. And that was a pie in the sky. Like, we're going to have a lot of extra.
Yeah, that's what we figured.
When you ordered it, what did you order? 100? I was like, that's too many. We're never going to get rid of them.
But like,
that's what I thought.
And I think what I don't know if I verbally said it.
Well,
I was thinking
because I said it to you when I texted that. I said there's a huge price break at that. So should I go for it, and we'll use them along the way and give them out as like random things when we go to races and stuff. And you guys were like, yeah, we might as well. We might as well do that. And then it was just like, there was no way that we were going to. It's a good thing I did not order 50.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
and then Vanessa, our friend Vanessa, who, custom cut all of our medallions and handled all the shipping of the buffs and the metal, like medallions, like that was so cool of her to do.
We're super grateful to her for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's so great. I just love her so freaking much. Yeah. And I know they were a lot of work for her. So
yeah, and she really did it at the time when she was hosting one of her first like bigger live races, the Big Woods Half Marathon that we did like a couple weeks ago. Like right as I asked her right as that race was taking off, so she had all of that stuff going on. I'm just floored by her ability to get stuff done.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're super appreciative to that. If you guys missed any of the day or going through the stories or anything, I did put them in the highlights part of our Instagram profile, so you can see pretty much every story that we posted that day, which there's somewhere around 60 to 70 of them. I kept posting. We were that obnoxious Instagram where there were so many stories. You were like, oh my God, I'm never getting through all these.
Yeah.
So anything special you guys wanted to note from the day before we go into some other people's?
The Zooms were super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to shout out, we had Susanna, Daniel, who Michael blocked.
I didn't block him on Zoom, just on Instagram.
We had the Chases at the start. We had Andrew and Angie with their dog pattern.
Yeah.
We had, Susanna had her dog too for a while. We had Chris and Lisa who did their finish on Zoom with us. We had Katie and Kyle. The Red Crew was
Ronnie
there
Drink was there.
Ronnie Drink.
And they did an amazing wrap up of the event.
On their show.
It was so nice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Those two.
Really, for real. They shouted us out so much just during the actual event. They live streamed it on their Instagram. I mean, we really appreciate all their love and support that they've given us.
100%. We got some good synergy going with them.
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to when they can do destination races again.
Yeah, and we can do stuff. I mean, we actually on that Zoom call, I'm pretty sure we convinced them to come to Shamrock.
Yeah.
So we may have some crossover there. Then Ryan topped on for a while. We had Jamie on there. Jay Hall hopped off and on all day.
That was great.
In different running
taking
locations.
Us around the mall.
She was taking us. Yeah, she took us on her run. And then Sean and Anita showed up for the closeout celebration. So we had quite a lively Zoom going on all day.
Yep.
Except for us. Fun. We only showed up at the very end.
Yeah, that's my fault, guys.
Some of it.
Like, I was really one of the biggest proponents of, hey, we're going to need to blow this out completely on social media. And everyone other than me did. Like, all of you listeners and people who participated, you guys came through like gangbusters. Like, I loved seeing all of the updates, all of your pictures, all of your posts. But I don't know. I felt short that day.
It was weird because you barely even took photos. Like, the whole thing was weird. And you have your phone in your hand, like, the whole time you're running.
Time.
It's so weird.
So,
oh, gosh. It's okay, Tom. It's okay. It was fine.
We were there. We were on Instagram at the kickoff.
Yeah.
And then we were at the after party.
We were at the after party.
The before party on Friday. Actually, Friday
night,
we had a pretty big party, Instagram party, right?
We did have an Instagram party on Friday night.
There was quite a number of people that showed up for that.
Yeah,
that
we did
great.
Friday night. Yeah.
It was good for the drinking.
Oh yeah.
I
said, we ate during the kickoff party and then went and walked afterwards.
Yeah.
We were eating egg rolls during the kickoff.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts. It's okay. One of my favorite parts is actually seeing our youngest runner out there.
Oh, yeah.
Caitlin. I don't know. I had her story where Jessica sent us a picture of her where she's standing on just like this wood pole, like doing this muscles picture where she's showing her muscles and she just looks like really kick butt. I won't say the A word so he doesn't have to bleep me. It was just, I don't know. It was just something about seeing like mother-daughter out there getting it done that really, it was really beautiful. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Caitlin.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yay, Caitlin. Whoop, whoop.
And then do we mention our friend Laura?
Oh, Laura Duxon. She even prefaced it like, I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm going to do some live videos or some videos where I talk. And she was feeling a little self-conscious about it, and she did a bunch of them for us. She's never done it before. She felt like awesome. She wanted to do it so she could show us where she was running and the countryside that she runs in the Netherlands. And I just thought it was really awesome, and we were really excited.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool.
So we're going to have her on an upcoming Runner Studio because now she's feeling a little bit more confident. Yep. About her accent, and I didn't think she had an accent at all. So
yeah, have you heard us talk?
It's true.
I mean, we can't even say Instagram handles.
We can barely speak, so
I feel like she's going to be way better than us.
She is
100%. Most people we have on Inside the Runner Studio are better than us.
It's true.
That's true. And we're not a self-deprecation podcast. We're all about facts. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people who were out there that, didn't give us feedback. But everybody who was out there, it really mattered to us. I mean, we saw a lot of stories out there. I don't know. It was just really fun watching everyone do it.
It was so great. And it was fun. It just felt different than a normal run. So our friends Nikki and Nicole came and did our 10K with us. And I mean, I run with them every other weekend, but like I don't know, it felt like a race. It felt different.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because we did kind of like something fun at the start, and we knew when we were going to come home and do a full celebration. So it was just, I don't know. It was like the first virtual race I've done in a while that got me super jazzed.
Yeah, I feel like, to your point, it felt connected.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those things where, and I'll equate it to being at a concert. Like everyone at a concert is kind of sharing the same feeling.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
And like just seeing everybody's pictures and everybody checking in and stopping by the Zoom and doing the shared start and the happy hour before, like it just connected everybody in a way that I thought was really, really cool and unexpected actually.
And I think that's, when you listen to Run Eat Drink's review of it, I think that was the big thing that they talked about, like and it was exactly our goal. That was what you wanted when you pitched this to us. That was it. That was the thing was, we've done these virtuals to get us through, but like the whole shared start, shared day, knowing that other people were out there at the exact same time as you, and that you could hop on Instagram Live or you could hop on Zoom and see those people who are running at the same time as you and chat with them if you wanted to. And even if you didn't, like Jay Hall, when she hopped on, she was mostly running and all we saw was the view of what she was running. But because she was running, she wasn't really chatting with us. But like just that moment of like, she wanted to hop on and share where she was or what she was doing when she was running around the mall. That sense of community, that virtually live part of it was the point. That was it.
So one of the questions we asked was, what were some of the distances and favorite moments that folks had? So do we want to jump into those?
Sure.
So Jennifer Cook, she did 7.5 miles with her
best running friends.
Best running friends. Yeah. And then a 5K with her daughter's Girl Scout troop.
That's awesome.
And the weather was amazing. It was really nice, warm spring weather at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So she said that was spectacular.
That's cool.
Well, Brez Kathy, who's the next comment, she is one of Jennifer Cook's BRFs, best running friends. Kathy said she got 6.34 miles in. So she did a little less there, but her favorite moment was having the Jens and the Kathys, because she ran with Jen, and another Kathy. They were running back together after a couple weeks. She was recovering from COVID, so she was just able to rejoin them.
Oh, that's good.
After a couple weeks off.
That's good. I'll be interested, Kathy, to see how you feel, because we have a friend that had COVID kind of earlier in the year, and she's been struggling running ever since. So just like she feels like she can't breathe. So
That's awful.
Yeah.
Zane had actually gone out for a run with the intent to run in at least 2 months. Missed a big day, but set out for 3 to 4 miles and managed to get out before the rain came in yesterday, all because I saw how many others had participated. That's awesome.
Yeah. I feel like that's the other thing too. Like, right, you see other people doing it, you see the stories, you see the community, you see it's the community that motivates you sometimes. And so that's awesome. We're really glad that we could, give you a little bit of motivation.
Oh, Christy Earl hit 8 miles.
Yep.
People were doing some big distances.
Yeah.
Erica Haas, 10 miles.
Slightly faster than this guy. She shared a picture of a little snail that they found on her run.
I love that.
Her and my friend Melissa, the two of them, they dressed up with their sparkle skirts, because that's how I know Melissa is from the Sparkle Squad. And so they had their Flamingo Pro compression socks on and matching outfits and everything. And then they took a picture of a little snail.
Awesome.
Oh, I love that. I wear my sparkle skirt too, or one of them. I actually wear the one, Aaron, that you got me when you bought yours, the beer one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
And I wore my All I Need Is Running in Beer shirt. So I was rocking the beer.
My friend Lynn said that she was out there and she got 6 miles and she saw a cute little groundhog, but the groundhog was too fast for her, so she got away and she couldn't take a picture. That's funny.
Our friend Donna did 10.2 miles. And basically the finish line was her favorite part. The last mile about killed her.
So she was just glad for it to be over.
Yep. She did have a near perfect day to run, though. And she met up with 2 women that she hadn't ran with before. They ran along the canal, which had some really nice views, which... Donna loves to take pictures, so she couldn't complain about that.
Yeah, actually, her pictures were awesome. She had some waterfalls and stuff. She ran the day after. I think she did some goat yoga the day of the actual race, because I saw pictures of that as well. Some yoga with goats. So she did the virtual race the next day and shared a bunch of pictures.
I think she was running in Great Falls.
Oh, yeah, Great Falls. That's right. Yeah,
is that where she was? Yeah, I don't know. The waterfalls behind her were...
I used to go to Great Falls as a kid a lot.
Yeah, okay.
It's beautiful, yeah. I haven't been there in quite a while, actually. Let's see.
LRJ is Lisa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lisa Rose. She got a 5K in, and she got to meet some new people and eat some wings for charity.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
Amen.
Love that.
Daniel Powell, who I blocked, of course.
Who is a real person.
Who is a real person, and I'm sorry for blocking once again. Ran a 5K and decided when he started to shoot for a sub 30. Just missed it, ran a 30-20, but maybe if he had actually prepared, he might have got it.
That was what he said.
That's what he said.
Yes,
I was not
that.
disparaging him after blocking him. This was just me repeating what he said.
Oh, God.
And running through Wonderland, 10Ks.
Yeah.
Yes.
She had
and it was a great day to do it.
Yeah, I saw her. She's also a sparkle girl, too. I see her in her sparkle skirts.
Yep.
And her raw threads shirts all the time. Laura Duxon said feeling like being a part of a great community was her favorite part. She actually ran, I believe, a 10K, and she hit a bunch of PRs.
Oh, nice.
She said she's not going to count some of them because she did pause her watch a couple times to take videos, the videos she was doing for us. So she won't count them. But she did say she ran
she
fast.
Inspire a challenge for us to start thinking about?
That's right. The run a 5K as fast as you can with as many stops as you want. Stopping your watch.
That was on our Instagram
that was on
live
Friday night, right?
Friday night show.
Yeah.
I think it was actually Greg who mentioned that.
Was it? Yeah.
Greg in Orlando.
Yeah, I wonder how that's an interesting
mentioned,
challenge. Yeah.
Maybe it's our next run event. I'm not sure. That's what we had said.
How fast you can do a 5K.
How fast can you do a 5K if you could pause your watch?
Whenever you want,
as many times as you want, so you
Yeah.
get to take a breath. Now, we had the same conversation in the Zoom chat, too.
Yeah.
And Andrew Weckerly said that he thinks he could do it in like 5 minutes, because if he could just keep sprinting like 100 meters, pause his watch,
Theoretically, I
breath,
guess. Yeah.
sprint really fast for 100 meters.
No, I think you'd have to be pretty fast to get.
We would have to discuss the rules. We were
Yeah.
discussing handicaps for people like Karate Chop.
Yeah, he doesn't need to pause anything.
He doesn't need to pause anything.
No.
He's not allowed to participate
He's
in
off
his
the
reindeer
wind.
games.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Anyway, back to our feedback. Jennifer Fink said the same thing. Community.
Yep.
Tom, what was Kyle's favorite thing
Oh my
about the
god.
race?
Kyle, I don't know if Kyle's trolling me, but
Yeah,
he
I
said
think.
he said his favorite part was my live streaming the race.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hardy har har, Kyle.
Yeah, that's a hard troll, because at one point he was like, "Where's Tom?" in the middle of the Zoom, and
We were running for a long time because we're slow.
We are slow.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
This was really cool. Kate, our friend Kate, actually ran twice, or she did 2 different distances. Kate, Caitlin, Nicole, and their children.
Oh, and my sister-in-law, Ashley.
And Ashley. I'm sorry, Ashley. They all went for a walk with their kids. I think they got 2 miles there. And then Kate went out with her family and did 3 more. So she got a total of 5 miles. She loved seeing where everybody was running, and we got really good feedback from Kate. Kate's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm just so I just want to say I'm so excited that Ashley, Nicole, and Caitlin signed up. Like, that's so awesome. Like, I didn't even know they listened or followed us or anything like them, and I've known them for, I don't know, 20 years. And I mean, one's my sister-in-law, so I see her all the time. But I mean, that was my group of girls in college. So
Yeah.
I love that.
That's fun.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
There's one last piece of feedback on our show notes. It came from Archie, the rescue dog. He says, "Woof." I would actually, speaking of Archie, the rescue dog, we're going to start a new hashtag.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag dogs of will run for. Because Susanna had her dog. Dawn B. Disney did a selfie with her dog. Donald, Laura Duxon's dog, was part of one of her videos.
Nice.
Her dog is named
Specific-
Donald, like Donald
after
Duck.
Donald Duck.
Yep.
That's my favorite thing in
Did
the
you
world.
see her tattoo? She just got a tattoo of where she had her dog Disneyfied.
Oh,
so it's a
yeah,
Disney
yeah.
cartoon dog. And then she has Stitch hugging him.
Yep.
And it is the
All right.
cutest tattoo that has ever
love it.
existed.
Ryan
Anyway,
has been trying to convince me to get a tattoo. If I could Disneyfy Archie,
oh my God, you totally could. You have.
That's
I'm
it.
gonna have to find this picture, or Laura's gonna have to send you this picture again, because it's so cute. Anyway, dogs. Hashtag dogs of will run for. If you run with your dog, hashtag that, and I will go find it, because I'm gonna start following that handle right now. Because I was very excited, and if you know anything about me, you know how much I love dogs and that I run to pet dogs.
Yep.
Although you're not allowed.
According to Michael, social distancing.
I've been petting dogs this whole pandemic.
Oh God, there was
I
a
think it's fine.
giant dog in the brewery the other day, and he
Oh,
wouldn't
God.
let me. He wouldn't let me pet him.
Oh.
He's like, "We're indoors.
It's like,
You can't go near those people."
Maybe the people don't want you to bother their dog.
There's nobody who brings their dog that doesn't want you to pet their dog.
100%.
True.
No one's ever been like, you
True
can't
story.
pet
You
my
can't
dog.
pet my dog. Michael's just
All
a
right.
grump.
No, but it was good. It was a good event.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
All right. What's your all right, Tom?
No, I was just going to say, did we have any final reflections on the race?
I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
I genuinely want, from the bottom of my heart, to just say thank you to all of our listeners.
I want
love you.
to mention, I want to thank, I don't think we mentioned Kyle from Run Eat Drink, who
Kyle, yeah,
got out running even after yard work.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Was awesome.
His video had dirt on his face.
I saw it was really cute.
And he decided to do hills
for
the event because he was getting out late and it was like not what he had planned anyway. So he did a hill workout instead. Which
you said Run Eat Drink. You mean running on tap?
Oh yes, running on tap.
Running. Yep. Oh, did I say Run Eat Drink? Jeez, I'm sorry. Running on tap.
Yeah. We got a lot of support. We had the Games We Grew Up With crew, which was, Kyle, Katie, Chris, and Lisa
Donna.
that we were talking about, who they actually did a Instagram live of them running on their feed.
Yep.
And Kyle or Katie, I forget which one, said that, I think it was Katie, who said that one of like her brother or... No, her cousin, somebody was on watching, and then he realized somewhere halfway through the video that like all he was doing was watching 4 people run, not talking to each other, breathing heavily.
Yeah.
It was just a really funny comment the way she said it.
Oh my gosh.
And then obviously Donna was out there from Renohana. So yeah, thank you guys for your support.
So I think it's nice to have a community of people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
It's about that and the gram.
And the gram. Yeah, actually, we didn't mention Robert was on Facebook.
Oh yeah, Robert hopped on.
He hopped on Zoom. I totally missed him for the start. Oh man, I'm terrible. Yeah, he doesn't have the gram, which is what just reminded me of that. He doesn't have the gram. So he was on Zoom for the start, and then he did post a very funny picture because he guessed he didn't have a great run. On Facebook.
Yes,
so,
I saw. Hysterical. I loved it.
Yeah, we're going to put together a little collage for our cover, and then maybe I'll create an actual like Google album or something to share.
There you go.
Along the way of everyone's pictures.
All right.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you all.
Yeah, if we missed someone's feedback or shout out to somebody, I'm sorry. We love you.
You guys want to tussle?
I don't want to tussle. I want to watch some other people tussle.
Tom has been wanting to tussle for like 6 different episodes.
Yeah, and we've been running long.
Weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has sent us like links to things people could argue about.
Yeah, but our recent ones have been like, I've edited them down and they're still pretty long.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
If people could see our Zoom right now.
Oh God.
It's just what, toes?
Crotch.
No, it's crotch. Oh my God.
You look like that picture of George Costanza.
He's like blocking me too with his like thigh. With his thigh and his calf
white
right now.
thigh. So pale.
Oh
my God.
I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why.
Because we're about to talk. Do you run in hot weather with short shorts or cold weather?
No, because, I mean, we've been talking about doing a cold weather running episode for the entire time we've been doing this podcast for like a year.
Now that winter's over.
Now that winter's over.
Yeah.
No, we're not ever going to do this episode. It's never going to happen.
But
instead, we're going to get Tom and Diana, who are going to tussle over whether they prefer running in the hot or if they prefer running in the cold.
And here's the thing, guys. I don't remember how to do this because we haven't done it.
Well, that's why I was just going to review this.
Oh, do you know the rules?
First of all, Tom, which side are you which side are you on?
I'm arguing for cold weather running.
Okay. Diana, you are on hot weather running.
I am.
So each of you get 3 points, like three arguments to say up front. Like what are your 3 reasons why you think one is better than the other?
Is it like 30 seconds or
and
something?
And it is a minute each.
Yeah, okay, minute.
and then you get 30 seconds to rebut the other one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, we rebut at the end, though.
Yes.
You don't rebut each
so,
point.
nope, you do not. You get
final 30
You get a final 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So, who is going to go first with their 3 points?
I'm chivalrous, so ladies first.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But before, every day I'm tussling. All right, Diana, the floor is yours.
Yes.
Oh, the floor is mine.
Yes, we're going to go with Diana's going to go first. I have the timer set for 1 minute, Diana.
So running in the heat or summer running, overall, it just makes you faster for your fall races. Like while you're running in the heat and the humidity, it can make your fall race feel easier when it cools down. And there's been studies that prove that running in humidity can have the same physiological effects as running in altitude. You have more time to do a proper warm up and cool down, so you're getting better runs. You don't have to worry about getting frostbite while you're doing those warm up and cool down. So a lot of times in the cold weather, you just go out and then you hurt yourself because everything's so stiff, and you have more hours of daylight to train. So you're more prepared for your fall races by running in the summer in the heat. I don't have that's my point. I don't have anything else. I don't know if I'll add a minute.
You had 6 more seconds. What's that? What do people say at the end of their time?
I yield.
I yield my time.
I yield my time. I yield my time.
All right. That was she managed that in 52-ish seconds.
Oh, okay. That was pretty good.
Tom, go.
Point 1, running in hot and humid weather is extremely taxing on the body. There's a reason why the majority of marathons are run in the fall, in October, November, because cold weather, in the colder weather, there's less heat stress on the body, which makes it significantly easier to run. Our heart rate is lower. So when it's hot, our blood flow increases to our extremities to help us sweat and cool ourselves. That's my first point.
I yield my time.
I yield my time.
That's pretty good. I'm ready to rebut that, but
wait, Tom,
I have my other point.
Only point?
That was my first point.
Oh, you were supposed to do all your points.
Did you do all your points?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we do each point.
We're doing each point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you alternate points, remember?
Alternate points.
Yeah,
yes, I'm sorry. All right, ready?
They alternate points.
Yes.
Keep up, Aaron.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's been a while since we've tussled.
I'm sorry.
It's true.
My second point is that it's more fun to run in the summer. You can stop for slushies or ice cream or snowballs because it's so nice out. When you finish, you can just run and jump in the pool and have that nice cool down. You don't have to really unthaw your entire body when you get home. You can run through sprinklers and make you feel like you're a kid again. And that's why you started running in the first place, right? So you can feel better. And you carry less stuff with you because all the fountains in the parks are turned on. So you can actually stop and get water when you need it. Unlike in winter when you're running around the lake and all the fountains are turned off. So it's just kind of a more fun experience. It's also easier to recruit your friends to run when it's sunny and warm. No one wants to run when it's cold and it's like pulling teeth to get out of bed. So you can have a really fun time.
All right. So I don't know about every single person that listens to this podcast, but the last year has been stressful. A lot of anxiety, a lot of just overall feelings of sadness. Running really helps with fighting depression, fighting seasonal depression, especially during the cold winter months. It gives you something to look forward to. It increases your hormones, which help combat the seasonal depression, increasing your positive mood during these cold weather months. So it may be a means to an end during the winter, but it just puts you in a better mood when you need to be put into a better mood. Anybody can run when it's nice outside. I yield the rest of my time.
Oh God. So your second point was running makes you happy and running releases endorphins and happy people are less likely to kill their husbands.
That's a weird flex at the end there, but yeah, kind of.
It's a Legally Blonde quote.
I know.
All right. And that my last point is summer has cuter outfits. Can I tell you how many races I've put cute outfits together and then it's been too GD cold on race day and I have to ruin it by putting dumb leggings on underneath it or a hoodie on top, and it is just miserable. So you can have to wear 3 layers of clothing in the winter. You can check less things at a race because you don't need all those extra clothes that you're bringing with you on race day, and summer clothes typically are less expensive than winter clothes because you don't have to layer them on and have all that insane cold gear. But overall, you look cuter in the summer running. You have better outfits, more sparkle skirts. It's just better. I yield my time.
Okay.
You guys have been doing good. Just coming in right under less than a minute. I think Tom was the only one that pushed the envelope.
No, it was me.
Oh, it was you?
Yeah, you're not paying attention.
No.
Surprise.
We need a new moderator.
Well, next time Michael can moderate.
Yeah, but he's all upper thigh. He's all milky. He's all milky thighs right now.
My cats.
They look hairless. They legit look hairless.
They're not.
How about my last point?
I'm sorry, we're talking about my thighs right now.
I was going to say, Ollie could moderate. Look at him right now.
Oh, my God.
All right. Anyway, Tom, go.
All right. I don't know if everybody's like me, but I have no ass. So I've tried any number of like pouches or belts or anything that'll carry my giant phone that I need to have on me for my music and photos.
And so you can live stream.
So you can live stream your run.
But in the winter, I can throw a hoodie on, which has got a giant pocket.
Dear God, how do you run in a hoodie in the winter? I'm sorry, I'm taking
because
your
it's
time.
cold. Because it's cold and I don't get that hot. So in the winter, I have this perfect hoodie on with this giant pocket and I can carry all my stuff in it. And I don't need all of these belts that wouldn't stay on anyways because I have no hips or butt. So I yield the rest of my time.
Oh, God.
That's all I got.
All right. We got 30-second rebuttals. That's it.
All right.
Just 30 seconds to go.
All right, I'll be very quick. So
Go.
When it's cold outside, your entire body is stiff, so your body hurts after running because you're bent over and hunched and miserable. Also, when it's cold, you can't see Michael's thighs because he has to wear pants and not shorts.
That's your yielder time?
I yield my time.
No, that was literally 15 seconds to just say that.
It was worth it.
2 seconds for Michael's thighs. Tom, 30 seconds. I don't know how you can win now. Go.
God, what do I say? Everything that she said is dumb. And I profusely sweat all the time when no normal human should be sweating. I don't need that when I'm running. I don't need to run in the hot, humid desert sun all the time. That was a poor attempt, but I yield the rest of my time.
The end. That's it. It's over.
I would recommend not wearing sweatshirts while running to sweat less. Also, stash band. Try stash bands.
Honestly, if I was you, my rebuttal would have been like, I would want to run in the winter just so Michael can hide his legs.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that thigh.
The one point that Tom made that the pockets. It's hard for me to find like good running pants with pockets as a girl.
True, there is more stuff to carry things in the wintertime.
Ask Michael how many pairs of shorts I have tried and own because that like basically are just a waste of money because the pockets don't work or like the pants don't fit properly, so the pocket sags. It's just like it's a nightmare.
Your phone starts like pulling down your pants.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. You like I have tried so. Michael, who do you think won this tussle?
Oh, Diana won.
You don't want to give it a minute?
No, there's no reason to run in the cold. It's just
is that personal preference, or did she make better arguments?
She made the argument that the temperature is warmer is a much better argument. Also, the cute outfits, I agree with that. I'm big on the cute outfits.
You know how Michael likes a cute outfit.
That's true. She knows her audience.
I mean, I like the cute outfits. But...
I much prefer running in my short shorts than I prefer running in sweatpants. Or running pants, I should say, not sweatpants.
So what we'll do is, what do you guys think? We'll put this out on Instagram as a poll.
Well,
see
I think we've done the hot weather, cold weather poll.
Well, we have to do.
This will just be the tussle. Did Diana or Tom win this tussle?
Who won the tussle?
Who won this tussle? Did either of you change anyone's minds about whether they were hot weather or cold weather runner?
Well, in the summer, you see my quads while I'm flexing and running.
God help us.
In the
God help us.
Old Milky thighs over there.
Guys.
God.
Thank God this is not on YouTube.
I don't like that they're being described as milky. It's making me very uncomfortable.
Let's move on, guys. Let's move on.
Oh my God.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
Who wants to tell me something good?
Well, I'm just going to start just real quick because I'm just going to keep going, shouting everyone out that I love. And I'm just going to keep the community and shout out one last time before you guys all move on to other things that my something good is all of our virtually live run finishers.
That's a good one.
Oh, I love that.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
That's
again,
a good one.
I love you all.
Yep.
So I lied and I put something different in the notes, but my something good is actually Sebastian Stan's butt that he posted on Instagram earlier this week. And it's really the only thing. Just his bare butt.
Oh, God.
It's the only thing getting me through this week, if I'm going to be honest.
He's just shaking his head again.
It is just amazing.
Man.
Good.
It's a good butt.
It's a good butt.
It's a good butt.
He's a good human.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, 100 out of 10, Sebastian Stan for the win.
Are you going to use your something good the next time? Because I'm a very big fan of your other something good.
Oh, we could use it for next time.
Okay. Oh, we'll hold.
Yep. We'll hold.
Hold, please.
Hold so I don't have two like I normally do.
Well, mine is a new television show we found thanks to my co-host on another podcast, Michaela. Called Race to the Center of the Earth, which is essentially The Amazing Race, basically, but in a little bit different, a lot more physical type of challenges than strictly like the
only
Amazing Race.
only for one
team seemingly, but there's 4 teams in 4 corners of the world. They're racing to a point where they have to. We don't know how they're going to find the $1 million.
The center of the earth.
At the center of the earth. So it's a fun.
But they win $1 million if they get there first.
It's on Nat Geo, I believe.
Yeah,
and it's good. It's a good show. Good, solid, fun show.
Nice, love that.
Yeah, it's a good, fun competition type show. And, I find it unfair. One team is unfairly treated.
Yeah, right now.
Their challenges.
Right now, we feel they are. Team North America.
Yeah.
We deserve it.
Those North Americans. My something good is a Netflix movie. Just something fun and light. It's called Thunder Force. It was, I think, the number 1 streaming thing on Netflix. But it's Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer, and basically they become superheroes, and a lot of hilarious things ensue.
it was like a dumb movie, but I laughed really hard, and I laughed way more than I laughed way more than I thought I was going to laugh. Like, which was good because I think Melissa McCarthy sometimes hit or miss, and she was like perfect. And Octavia Spencer is just a delight.
I think Amy Chase mentioned this movie to me. Maybe it was in her story. I'm not sure, but I remember she said the same thing, that like it was just one of those fun, delightful Netflix type movies.
I was like, I'm glad we watched that. And Jason Bateman, he's in it too, right?
Yep.
He's hysterical.
It looked really ridiculous, and I couldn't decide whether it looked too ridiculous.
Yeah, it was just a cute movie.
It's a nice palate cleanser.
Yes.
Okay.
Based,
Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of like Godzilla versus King Kong.
Loved it. Loved it.
It was super fun.
That should have been my.
I was going to do that.
Yeah, that was. We were debating what are something good,
because that's really fun.
But that was really fun.
I thought it was really fun too. I actually liked it, and I was pouting when we started it.
The humans were useless.
Oh my god!
Movie.
Don't even do the human storylines at this
We're
point.
just gonna no super spoilers, but the humans were useless, and I just wanted more Kong and Godzilla and more smashy smashy.
Yeah, when they made out, it was amazing.
Yeah, more smashy smashy.
Yeah, the love connection between the two was a twist.
When Godzilla's eyes lit up and
they started making out.
Yeah, it was hot.
I had some strong feelings about King Kong, and now I don't remember what they were.
Oh, I love King Kong.
It'll come to me. I loved him, but there was something where I was very passionate for like 2 days.
You were very passionate that you forgot.
I cannot remember.
That I was all worked up about something for like 2 days.
I like Skull Island too.
I love Skull Island.
I really connect
so much.
with.
Is that the Brie Larson one?
Yeah. I connect with Kong.
Yeah, I love him.
Anyway. So that was apparently all of our something goods there.
There you go.
And it had the guy that plays Paperboy in Atlanta on it, and I got really excited when I saw him.
Oh gosh, he was a useless human, though.
He was a useless human, but I enjoy him, and I love that he's making moves.
We're like, where did we know that guy from?
Oh,
and then I got really excited. I was like, it's Paperboy. So good.
So good. we did forego, obviously. Did we say we went
the goal getters,
which will come back next episode, but we wanted to focus on the virtual race.
Yeah, all of you guys who ran our virtual race, you guys all went out there and got your goals.
Yes.
So thanks.
So Neil will be returning next episode, and goal getters will be returning. And obviously, if you leave a 5-star review, those things will be returning, or share it with friends, as other people have done.
So, that's one thing that I wanted to bring up.
What?
A little bit of and this is a curveball. This is an audible. I'm going to put out a challenge to our listeners. I have no idea how to close out this podcast. So if you could suggest, and we'll do an Instagram story or post or something. But if you could suggest ways to sign off this podcast, we will pick a couple of our favorites and we'll start using those.
Tom was like, I could do stand-up comedy. And I was like, you can't even intro and outro a podcast.
I can do stand-up comedy.
Poor Tom.
Oh my god!
What's the deal with mayonnaise?
Like, you're delightful and everyone loves you. I don't know why it's so weird.
Delightfully awkward.
Oh gosh. Poor Tom.
It's so unnatural.
It is unnatural.
Oh my god!
All right. Well,
on that note,
this is Tom, and for Aaron, Michael, and Diana, we will see you later.
Bye.
I yield my time.